Hi, my name is 𝒨𝑜𝓂, and I will be reading the scriptures, Ephesians 4, all the way to uh, Ephesians 8. Yeah, Ephesians 8. Today God told me to read the scripture because he told me I need to share my wisdom and also share the gospel. And so he brought me to the scripture literally right now. He said, read it right now. So I'm going to do just as he said. So let's begin. I, therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to the one hope that belongs to your call. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and know all in all. But grace was given to each one of us according to the measure of Christ's gifts. Therefore it says, when he ascended on high, he led a host of captives and he gave gifts to men. So this is Paul talking to the Ephesians. He's talking to them while being like exiled. So this is him, just communicating to him after all this stuff is going on. And this scripture really spoke to me because it talks about having peace and being in unity in the spirit and bonds of peace. Basically having a peace of mind, having peace, and it just says a lot, and it teaches you a lot about the Bible, about gentleness and patience and bearing one another in love and not hatred, basically. And it says walk in a manner worthy of calling to which you have been called. So today I'm going to be going into basically walking in a manner worthy to what you've been called. All my life, I have been walking in the walk with God since I was younger, right? I know that's not for everybody, but with me, like when I was younger, God spoke to me and he, what's it called? I was in a household that was, different. They weren't really into the Bible at the time that I was. And so me being really into it was a really odd side. I think God really was protecting me and keeping me from experiencing something that I didn't need to experience at that period. And so learning that and walking through that, I recognize how you perceive yourself is how you is the manner that you walk in and show off. And I believe everybody is worthy of something and they're worthy of their calling. But if you can't see that calling, you can't get into that calling. So for instance, right, if I had like bad self-esteem, I couldn't talk to anybody. My calling was to be a speaker, but I just can't go in front of everybody. I can't talk. Well, it keeps me from actually getting the blessing that I have been called for all my life. And so moving forward, you have to walk with humility, and you have to actually push yourself forward and walk in the direction that the Lord is calling you to with all the fruits of the Spirit: gentleness, patience, love, unity and bonds, right? Peace. It says all that, right? You have to be good about it. You have to be, hopeful in the Lord, have faith, believe in God, and push yourself forward to actually meet the goal and meet your calling that you're trying to get to. And so I believe that will be it today. Love y'all. That's it for the video, but I will be making some more like soon. Okay, bye.